Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's edition of Read TFOS, where I take old stories I've narrated and update into modern audio standards. This particular story is called A Word While He Lay Dying, written by old sci-fi. The lighter flared to life, and the flames just kissed the end of the cigar with a gentle hiss. 2 puffs to draw the flames in deeper, and then the lighter was snuffed out. The end of the cigar burned a bright cherry red as smoke wafted upwards. "So," the armored man said, as he sat down on the upturned piece of rubble, "you're probably pretty angry right now. That's okay. I would be too." He took another draw on the cigar and blew a column of white smoke up towards the hole in the remnants of the vaulted ceiling high overhead. "First, my name is Gunnery Sergeant Blackburn," the man said. He lowered down the prone form struggling on the floor. "I wouldn't go moving around a whole lot. That big-ass knife sticking out the middle of your chest isn't doing you any favors. Hell, I can see it twitch in the time your heart beat. Now, I'm no doctor, but I know that's bad. You knock that knife loose, you'll be dead in under a minute." Gunny took another draw on the cigar and looked around the destroyed throne room. Bodies lied motionless under the collapsed supports. Several more lay still, with multiple .45 caliber holes through their bodies. Dust swirled through the air and caught random shafts of light through the damaged walls. "You know, I heard that speech you gave a few months ago." Gunny looked back at the fallen being. "The one where you said that humans weren't a threat, that the gods had told you to cleanse the universe of the unbelievers. The speech where you said that we were, how did you put it? Oh yeah, humans were barely sapient, and killing them is no more difficult than crushing a bug. That it was your sacred duty to purge the vermin and wash clean the filth in their own life's blood. Pretty damn poetic for a genocidal fucker like you." Gunny nodded and let the cigar smolder in his hand. "Oh, of course," he said. "You didn't mention that some bugs bite back. We've had our own problems in history, with some of our people saying one group or another is subhuman, saying that we should wipe them out for the good of the species or the race. Truth be told, those arseholes still pop up from time to time. We ignore them for the most part. I mean, some dumbass says some dumbass things. You can't really be surprised, right? Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly, dumbasses gotta dumbass." Gunny inhaled a long drag from his cigar again. He said, "But then you get some real piece of shit who actually gets people listening to them, or her. That's when you can't just ignore them. You start out by telling everyone why that arsehole is an arsehole. If that ends it, so much the better." The alien on the floor struggled to speak. No, Gunny said. "You just lay there quietly. I'll be done soon. We had this one sack of shit start a war over his fucked up ideas a couple centuries back. Whole damn world got in on it to tell him he needed to shut the fuck up. Kind of like what we did here. You got people fired up and started your holy war. Killed millions, damn near wipe out the Galarai, and all but crippled the West's knock. Burned 4 human colonies down to dirt. Anyone not from your species was clearly inferior and had to die. Right?" The fallen being tried once more to talk. "Froggy," Gunny said, "I'm not going to tell you this again. If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to cut your fingers off one by one. Then I might just make you eat them." The alien on the floor sank back and watched Gunny quietly. "Now," Gunny said, "where was I? Oh, right. So you started this war to cleanse the universe. Figured since you had the strongest military, you'd just roll over everyone. That didn't happen, though, did it? See, we have this idea on Earth called a force multiplier. The idea is that if you got 100 soldiers fighting 10 soldiers, that 100 soldiers will win. Unless the 10 soldiers have M4s and the 100 soldiers have whatever rocks and sticks they can pick up off the ground. That's one kind of force multiplier, technology or material. They're pretty much evenly matched in tech, but the 100 soldiers haven't slept for shit in 3 weeks, haven't eaten a decent meal twice as long, and they're conscripts. Well, maybe the 10 men still have a chance. There's another force multiplier, morale. There are other force multipliers like intel or tactics or training. Most force multipliers come from your own side. It's not like the enemy is going to make sure that you have the latest guns or a full belly, right? You're going to take care of your own people. You can get a few from the environment, like weather or terrain, and it's mostly whatever your own can do. But you, man, you gave us a false multiplier from your side. Do you know how unbelievably stupid that was? I mean, you basically made it so each one of our soldiers was worth 3 to 5 of yours. See, a few of your boys were religious idiots, and not nearly as many as you thought. At best, we figure it was 1 in 20. The rest of your boys were just doing their jobs, punching a clock, you might say. And you've got maybe 5% of your people buying into the whole aliens are trash. I'm a god emperor, cleanse the universe of the unbelievers bullshit. We, on the other hand, we had damn near 100% of our guys believing you're an arsehole. That's a huge force multiplier right there. Belief in cause. And you handed it to us on a platter. That was a serious fuck-up, Froggy. Gunny's cigar had all but gone white as he talked. He pulled his lighter out and relit it after tapping the ashes off. Did you know that we were ordered to bring you in alive if possible? Gunny finished relighting the cigar and pocketing the lighter. How's that for a joke? He took a solid pull on the cigar now that it was going again. See, Gunny said, they wanted to be sure that you didn't become a martyr to your people. You had claimed godhood and waged a galactic war. If you or body turned up dead, well, maybe that's all it takes to change that 5% into true believers into 50 or 100. To be honest, I see their point. I can see why Command wouldn't want you killed. Here's the thing, though. I've got my own point of view. That you're an unrepentant sack of shit who fucking needs to die. Gunny pointed at the wounded being on the floor with 2 fingers that were holding the cigar. The Down Leader's eyes went wide, then narrowed in anger. He managed to spit a glob of bloody phlegm at the human. It landed short with a slat on the throne room stonework. Yeah, Gunny said, chuckling. I'd be pretty pissed too. Not only are you going to die, you're going to be forgotten. I bet by the dying part isn't what pisses you off the most. No, what's really getting under your skin is being forgotten. Being nothing. That's what it hurts the most, isn't it? To know the great void out there doesn't give a rat's ass about you. To know that in 100 years most people won't remember your name. In 1,000 years, no one will even remember your empire. Gunny took one last drag of the cigar and tossed it on the ground. He left it smolder on the pile of debris where it landed. I'm going to pull that knife out in just a minute. You'll bleed out and that's that. Then I'm going to wrap your body up in a poncho and drag your ass back to the landing zone. We'll toss you in the rest of the bodies we're carrying back. One night, a week or so from now, I'll slip down to the ship's morgue and pop your body out of the cooler. I'll make sure they save your autopsy for last. No one will know a god emperor is iced down in the belly of my ship. I'll load you up in a cart and wheel your ass down to engineering. I'll open the fuel insert line to the reactor and chuck you in. You'll be fried instantly. The few dozen kilos of your mass will give us the very tiniest push to my ship on the way home. Your atoms will be shit out the rear of my ship, and no one will ever know what happened to you. There won't be any monument, no statues, no celebrations of your birthday, no grand funeral parade. You'll just disappear in the confusion of battle, and no one will ever find you. Gunny knelt down over the prone form and grasped the hilt of the knife wedged into the alien's chest. This is gonna hurt a lot. End of story. I'd greatly like to thank our Tier 5 channel members, Caspar Arnholt, John Creighton, Manatharia, 050, Dragzoon WRE, and Elijah Silvercross. Thank you very much.